Mr. Speaker.
Barry Coates.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise with regard to the Members' Bill, Arbitration Amendment Bill. This bill seeks changes to New Zealand's arbitration procedures. Arbitration is a form of alternative dispute settlement, and the Green Party supports it on a number of grounds. It can reduce legal caseload, reduce costs for participants, and is often faster. It has its place in a number of areas apart from just commercial law, in family disputes and disputes between neighbours, maritime disputes, sports, employment, environment, domain names. And it's good to see the Arbitrators and Mediation Institute of New Zealand discussing arbitration to support climate action, for example, and even international conflict resolution. So we're in support of arbitration as an important tool. We have some should I say, some concerns around issues of transparency. We understand that participants may want to avoid the glare of publicity for reasons that are often peculiar to a case, for example, for commercial reasons, commercial confidentiality and trademarking, for the reasons of family privacy. And I think that's an important one for many families. And for emotionally sensitive issues. So there are some strong grounds for confidentiality. Like the previous speaker, David Parker, we have some questions around confidentiality that we will look to address during the Select Committee process. We think that the arbitration system in New Zealand has gained credibility through the appointment of experts, including former judges, through having code of ethics and a right of appeal on legal grounds, and through a complaints procedure. And these are important safeguards to ensure that the arbitration system is working well. So we regard this bill as being useful. It enables trusts to agree on legislation and arbitration and trust deeds. It sets a presumption of confidentiality and clarifies jurisdictional grounds and makes arbitrations more enforceable, and we agree with those aims. Therefore, we support this bill in accordance with the constructive approach that the Green Party always brings to members' bills, and we commend Paul Foster-Bell in bringing this bill. I can't help but conclude this debate without one other comment on arbitration. Not all arbitration is supported by the Green Party. In particular, there is a form of investor-state dispute settlement as a form of arbitration, which is not directly the subject of this bill.
No.
But I feel that I cannot help but mention it, Mr. Speaker. So, we don't like investor-state dispute settlement as a form of arbitration applied to government laws and regulations.
Order. I think the member, even before he started his comments, pled guilty. One of us stand up at a time.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Right. The member pled guilty to going into irrelevancies, and he is, unless he can absolutely relate his comments to the bill, talking about a system which he says is no part of this. I can't quite see how he can do it. I'll give him another chance, but it'll be a brief one.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I definitely wouldn't want to talk about issues which are not in the scope of the bill, and I'm very pleased that the bill doesn't address issues like investor-state dispute settlement. So,
Order. Member will resume his seat. John O'Naylor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Well, there's been